here's a minifigure. Hello and welcome to another Lego review video. My name is Brickfun and today we're checking out this set 9674 Naboo Starfighter and Naboo. This set was for ages 6 to 12 and was released in 2012 as part of the Buildable Planets, Buildable Galaxy Star Wars series. If you haven't seen my video of the Death Star and TIE Interceptor, I'll have a little card up here for you to check it out. This set has 56 pieces and retailed back in 2012 for $10 US or 16 Australian dollars or 10 British pounds. Currently on Bricklink it sells for about $20 new or $10 old. That is in Australian dollars. We look at the back, we get to see what comes in the set. So we have the micro planets, the mini Starfighter, and the minifigure on a stand. Here are the other two sets in the series. I have reviewed this one as I mentioned before, and I do have this set. However, I don't have the entire box and contents, so I will do a quick poll on Instagram to see if you guys would like to just see a set review or you prefer the entire unboxing and speed build process. Let's open it up and see what's on the inside. Just as with the other set, we have the instruction booklet and the planet. It's always hard to get out of this box. Okay, here we go. Got the planet, and if we open it up, yes, we have the 2 bags of pieces right in here. Let's build. Before we have a look at the set, here are the spare pieces. So there is a spare slope piece, spare minifig goggles, this grey pin, and a metallic 1x1 round plate. And at the back of the instruction booklets, we have, as usual, instructions on how to use the planet as a bauble. What's interesting is that they don't include any of the printing on these hemispheres. It's just very plain. And I'm not sure if you could see on this one, it's rendered a little bit funny. There's a lot of jagged corners. And next we have the Lego sets of this wave. There's 6 of them, and here we've got all the minifigures displayed nicely. We've got another ad for Ace Assault 2, no ad for the Lego Star Wars Clone Wars game, and then the Lego Club and the survey. And here's the minifigure of the set. The legs and torso are very vibrant red. There's no printing on the legs. The torso has some very nice printing. There's a lot of detail and depth to it, but it maintains the simplified minifig look. I love the feeling of depth and 3D-ness that's achieved using the design. The face is it's a bit of a serious face, which works well as a generic pilot, but there's no arm printing and no back printing. It comes with a medium-sized Star Wars gun. The helmet's a nice piece too. It's common, but it's nice to get, especially with these goggles. as you can see, there is no backhead printing on this minifigure. And as with the previous set I reviewed, the TIE Interceptor and Death Star, as you can see, the stand is just made out of plates, 2 plates thick. The only difference is the printing on this tile, which makes this unique. And also they used a grey pin here instead of a blue one. I don't know the specific reasons why they would have changed that. The amount of friction remains the same. It still is able to spin around quite freely. And now onto the main build of the set, the Naboo Starfighter. The proportions on this set are very well done. It does look a little long this way, a bit elongated this way because of the rods. However, they do end at approximately the right spot on where they do on the real thing. It might be a little too wide, but bringing it one stud closer is a bit too narrow. So I reckon what they did here was a good choice. There's the cheese slope, which is used to approximate a cockpit, and the metallic 1x1 round plate to represent an astromech droid. The only issue I have with this set at this approximate scale is this little gap here, which is created by the pin, the Technic pin against this cone piece. The Starfighter in universe is all about smoothness, and I feel like they've approximated that quite well at this scale and using very rectangular Lego pieces. However, I feel like they could have done just this bit a little better. I reckon probably using some cylinder pieces and some cylinder bricks instead of this Technic connection. But apart from that, they do approximate the shape and the ratios of the Starfighter very well in this build. I would have also preferred metallic pieces for this front part, for all the grey pieces you can see, but I understand that that is a little more expensive, which is not what you want for a small set like this. Finally, the bottom of this build has also a bit of an approximated curve. It's very rough, but I reckon due to the fact that it would mostly be seen from above, it's not much of an issue. On the stand, it looks very recognizable, and at most angles, when it's facing forward or almost forward, you can't see that gap that I have an issue with, so it's not that big of an issue really. It's recognizable, and it does look very sleek and fast. Finally, here is the planet, the micro planet, I believe is what it's called. It has the old tile with ring piece and the plate with octagonal bars. And this is what I meant by in the previous video, where these hemispheres are identical. As you can see, they're both smooth, but not only that, the printing on it is identical, as you can see here. So I do believe that Death Star is the only set with unique hemispheres in terms of molding, and also due to the fact that these hemispheres are printed identically, it is very hard to connect them in a way where the printings can line up. In fact, I don't believe the printings ever line up in any 3 of the arrangements. That's close, but you can see, you can see the landmass being cut off there. You can see the mirror image over here. Oh, this is pretty close. There's a little cut off there, but you can notice the gaps. And also, what I mentioned about the gap in the Death Star microplanet, I believe that was probably intentional. As you can see here, the gaps between the hemispheres are much more finer on this one. So definitely an intentional choice, I believe, on the Death Star planet. So there we go. This has been set 9674, Naboo Starfighter and Naboo, which comes with this Naboo pilot. This pilot's only available in one other set, which is the minifig scale of this same build. I've got nothing else to say about this set, really. It's not really a set I would advise to get, mainly because these sets sell for a lot more than they're worth on eBay, and you can definitely find a lot of these pieces in other sets. The only things unique about this is the planet and this tile printing, which, unless you're a very avid collector of Star Wars Lego parts, I don't see any reason why you have to get this set. Brickset has these yellow bars listed as unique to this set, but according to Bricklink, these are available in, I believe, up to 6 other sets. So yeah, in terms of parts, we don't really have any unique colors or molds. Keep an eye out next weekend for another Lego video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Share it with your friends, because I'm going to make more of these videos. I've got 3 more sets that are part of this sub-series that I have available to review. And have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.